Do you want to know how to make millions of dollars with cryptocurrencies in the next 6 months? Do you want to know how I turned $50 into $100,000? Do you want to know how I keep on doubling my money every single day like clockwork without putting in any extra efforts and while working just 15 minutes a day? Do you want to know how I am going to buy a Lamborghini tomorrow? If that's what you want to know, don't watch this video. I'm just trolling you. And I love trolling people. So, this video is about what I do when I'm buying a coin that is already shooting up. And one mistake that actually cost me 67% potential loss today. Okay. So, this is a new coin that came out today, Chero, and it is on Uniswap. And if you want to buy it, go ahead, buy it. If you don't want to buy it, totally up to you. So I actually missed this pre-sale, and what happened was when it got listed on Uniswap today at 9:30 p.m. Okay, so by today I mean 17th of May, 9:30 p.m. Um, yeah, which is like 4 hours back, almost 4 hours back. I had purchased this coin right here, 0.263. Okay, so what happened was I purchased this coin, and right now if we see the price from here until this is the current price, it's already up by 178%. Okay, which means if I had put $100 into it, I would probably having $278 right now. Isn't it crazy how I'm doubling my money? It is, right? But the thing is that I did not actually double my money on this. In fact, here is what happened with me. I got careless and I lost a very beautiful potential opportunity because of my mistake. Okay. So what happened was after doing the transaction on Etherscan, I did not see whether the transaction was confirmed or not. In fact, the transaction, in my opinion, got confirmed, but it then got reversed, because of which my buy never happened. And usually, whenever I'm buying something, I always make sure to ensure that my transaction has placed successfully, and I check my Etherscan, I check every single thing. But this time I did not do it because I had a call at around like just at 9:30. So I just went on to the call. I did most of my stuff, and when I checked the Zero price right now, I was very happy. I was like, oh my god, let me take out my initial. So when I went to Uniswap, I saw that it showed 0 coins, and I was perplexed. I locked out of the wallet. I like shut down the app, went in again, but again nothing, nada. And that got me surprised. And when I went to my transactions, I saw that transaction was reversed because of some error. That was like, oh man, it sucked. It sucked because this was one coin I was waiting for. I know that this is going to be a huge coin in tomorrow. Like by the end of bull run, this is easily going to be 8, 10, $15 coin. But what happened was I could not get into this coin. Okay, now let me tell you something like why the price matters and why the entry matters so much for me, because some of the people were talking about wet in the group, so I thought I would cover that as well, and why, like what happens in these situations and what I do. Okay, so let me actually open a calculator here, and let me tell you that if um, let's say the price of Zero goes to $10 and 0.27 was my initial buying price, which I would have got if I would have confirmed. Okay, so on 0.27, if it goes to $10, my ROI would be 37x. Okay, for $100 invested, I would get $3,700 back. Now, what happened was I actually got a position here which is $63. Okay, and now if you see $63, sorry, 63 cents, not dollars. 63 cents is not that, like, vast difference than 26 cents. A lot of you would think about that, but if you think about this, this is like I could have, I'm practically at a loss of almost 57% right now. Like I have actually paid a lot more for this coin. I'm paying more than 2x for this coin right now. So if I go back to the calculator and divide it by 0.63, like this is 37, right? So 10 divided by 0.63, can you see my return is going to be just 15.8 or let's say 16? So 37 and 16, which is like less than 50%. Why? Because I simply forgot to check my entry, and now this is going to hurt me in the long run. I'm always going to make 40-45% of the money that I could have made with just one simple error. So that is the first thing. Now, if you look at the chart of Chero, since right now it's on Uniswap, so I just check 5-minute charts on Uniswap. When I saw that I had made a mistake, there were two things that I could do. One, I could have gone again, taken an entry, or two, I could have just waited for a correction. So I bought Chero right here, okay, right here. Like you see this candle, this is where I bought. Now, if I see, I had missed Chero at what 0.2726 somewhere here. So Chero from the last red candle had already went all the way up to 47%. Okay, so what this means is now in these coins, it's very common to see one or two big candles like these, one or two red big candles, or one, two, three red candles. Okay, and what happens is that if you see the price, this is 50% down. Okay, and if you see the price here, like how much it went down to a total of 16%. Okay, or if you see here, it went down to 10%, mota mota. So, and even right now it's going down. So if you see here, from here till like here, it's another 9%. So now I had two options. Either I could wait for the price to dip, like the standard right now it's dipping is 10-15% every hour or so, or I could take an entry right now. So in these situations, what I do is I enter with just 20%, maximum of 20% of my position. So if I have to invest $100, I'll just invest $20 into it. That's the maximum. Sometimes I may enter $10 if I'm not that sure. Okay, so see, it start dipping again. Now, why do I do that? Because one, I want to make sure that in case if the price of the coin dips below, I can catch the dip, and I have sufficient, sufficient money to catch the dip, so I can average down. So, for example, from here, if this goes 15%, which is 53 cents, I would happily buy at 15% dip. Okay, then let's say from 53, let me actually delete this. From 53 cents, where is 53? It goes to another like 45. I would happily buy it. 44, I would happily buy it. So I would keep 80% of my position to just buy the dip. Because you have to understand that when you buy a coin, there are only two possibilities that can, like, there are only two probabilities. Okay, one, it can go up or it can go down. If you have utilized all of your capital in buying the coin right there and right then, and if the coin dips, you are going to get so wrecked. Like, you're going to get so, like, if it goes in a dip, you're going to have a loss. And if a coin goes down by 50%, it needs to double to cover that loss. Okay, so if you bought a coin at 100 rupees and it went down by 50%, which means now it's 50 rupees, it needs to 2x to just get you on break even again. So as you can see, this is dipping again. Okay, like right now, right when I'm recording this. So if it dips to my level, I will happily buy. Okay, it's also possible that it may dip right now and I'll stop the video and I'll buy and come back. Okay, but yeah, I just wanted to share this. So this is how I buy in parts. I am completely fine if Jero went from here all the way up without a major dip by tomorrow, or even if I miss the dip, because one, I did not put all of my capital into it, and two, I have reduced my risk. I am a very conservative investor when it comes to my capital. When it comes to risk, I am extremely high risk tolerant person. But when it comes to protecting my capital, I am very conservative. I would rather invest into something where the possibility of having 15, 20, 30% in the next 1 week is there, rather than having the possibility of 2, 3, 4x with much, much, much higher risk. Because I want to make sure that I am actually preserving my capital as much as possible. Most of the people will tell you they want to 5x their money in a week, they want to 10x their money in a week, they want to make millions of dollars. and that's good if they can do it. But for me, what I have found is that buying in parts and selling in parts works the best. Okay, so hopefully this dips and I'll be able to buy, like, see the volume candles there. The volume is huge, and this is just a 5 minute chart. So now coming to wit. Okay, so let me remove this. This is the monthly. If I go to the daily on wit, okay, what happened here was, let's reduce this. So I was talking to a lot of people in the group, like a couple of people in the group, about the position, and most people don't understand when to take a position. Okay, so let me show this to you. So if you go just to 2020 December, when I had first purchased wit, and by the way, this is tradingview.com. Okay, so if you want to do this for yourself, what you need to do, and this is a very simple strategy, you can do this when you make your before you make your next purchase. Okay, just you have to create your free account. Just put in wet USDT or whatever coin you are trying to purchase, then click here. It shows Binance exchange price action, and then you are going to get on a page like this. Now what you simply need to do is check the last 6 months of the price. Okay, start with last 6 months. So I would go to December. This is December, right? And I will take this date and price range. So I simply want to see how high this coin has gone in the last 6 months. You can also use the monthly chart if you want to. Okay, that's a simpler way as well. But let's see. So wet has gone to $0.24. It's like 17x in the last 6 months. Now think about it like this. If you entered wet on 1st of Feb, okay, you would still be having 920x, like 9x, sorry, 920%. But if you entered wet on March, this is March, you would be almost 5x. If you entered wet, and I know some people say it VET, I'm just going to say it wet, it's simpler. uh, it's still up by 191%. Okay, there is no way that until and unless you did not purchase wet somewhere around here, you are going to be in a loss. Okay, because if you purchased wet here, um, like somewhere around here in this, from this to this, it's currently down by 35%. So you have probably purchased wet right at the top or somewhere close to the top. Like in 33 days, it has gone to what? 25%. And you have to understand that when a coin goes parabolic like this, it always retraces by 80 to 90%. Okay, parabolas retrace by 80 to 90%. Now, how can you say that this is a parabola? Uh, if I actually show it to you like this, see this growth? Can you see this growth? Wet was what? This was wet. Like in a line, in a straight line, in a straight line, in a straight line, staying under this 0.02 mark for how long? Like 30th July till 1st Jan, and then until 24th Feb, it was right at zero point 0.3, and then it went parabolic. And now, if you see, it's going to retrace until, from my understanding here, 0.08 or 0.09, or it could go down to here as well. No one knows. Okay, I'm just sharing what I know, or what I can see. So now, whenever you are purchasing a coin next, I'll let me show you on how to do on the weekly as well, because for some people weekly is simpler. Just click on this date and price box. This is extremely simple. See if the price has gone up. Let's actually delete this. Okay, see if the price has gone up without any major pullback. Okay, major pullback is going to be like at least 40-50%. Okay, so if I have to see a major pullback here, let's see, is it a major pullback? This is what, 30%? Yeah, you can say it was a, actually it's a little more. It went to 38%. Yeah, you can say it was a good pullback. Okay, but post this, did wet had any pullback? um let's see, it went from here, like from here it went all the way up till this wick, and let's not count the wick, it went 5.5x, and from here it's now down to 36%. So if I had to enter wet, I would still not enter it. I would still enter it when it's down by at least 50%. Okay, so that's when you should enter in a coin. So on a monthly you can still do the same. You can see this is how it looks on the monthly. Okay, so it was having 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. For 6 months, it was making profits to every single one. How can you expect that a coin will keep going up and it will never come down? You can't. If you see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, for 6 consecutive months, it also gave people a loss. 1, 2, 3, then 3 consecutive months, then 1 month, then another single month, then 2 months here. So this is how you can do it. Now, another point that a lot of people are telling me to buy and I haven't purchased yet is Matic. Okay, let's go and see Matic. This is Matic. Okay, now this is why I haven't purchased Matic yet. Okay, so this came out on, let's say, like Matic started getting traction this bull run only. So far it has gone up by one, mota mota 160x. Okay, so if I had put $100 into Matic, it's going to be what, 100 into 100 is 10,000, and it's actually like, yeah, it's going to be $16,000. Okay, now you have to tell me how high Matic can go without a reversal. Think about it. I won't be surprised if one day Matic goes from here all the way until somewhere here, minimum. And this is on a conservative manner, like 50% is very conservative. I would expect Matic at the end of the bull run somewhere around here. This is where I expect Matic to be, and this is where I'll start buying again. I'm not going to buy it at 1.7, $1.8. It had most of its run. Sure, it can go another 2 3x from here, 5x from here, but I don't want to get into Matic. Okay, so just Matic is not my coin. So you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 consecutive green months, 5 months. This is crazy. Okay, this is crazy. Now, if I actually go to coinmarketcap.com and if I see the price of the coins that have fallen down, and you can see Matic is like 2x almost this week as well. So, for example, okay, Shiba. Let's try Shiba here. This is a coin that I forgot to buy, and it has pumped already a bit. So just a few, like just not even a month of data, so I'm not going to see. XVS, this was one of my 2x trades. Like, so perfect example. I had entered XVX somewhere around 45 $47, and I was very well aware that just in the last few months XVS had gone, if you go to 45, up by what, 19x. So if I had put $100, it would have been 1900 from here 1st November. Okay, just to give you perspective. Now what happened was when XVS reached here. Okay, so just to make it simpler, uh, this is, okay, hold on. So this is where I had bought somewhere around here, XVS. Okay, now just to make things simpler, a lot of people from here, when it went to here, okay, so as soon as actually it had, I had exited all of my positions at 125. So as soon as it went until here, I exited all of my positions, like around, right around 125. I sold it completely, and people were calling me mad. People were calling me, like all the, influencers you see, all the YouTubers, TikTokers, like foreign TikTokers who are still putting content on crypto, Instagram influencers, uh, They were all calling me mad that you are selling XVS, it has great utility. And I knew that XVS could go probably to 150, 160, not to 200 definitely, until here. Okay, so probably I would have still got a little more money on XVS, but I also knew to see the bigger picture. That if I see the bigger picture, uh, XVS has gone 32x in just 5 months. This does not happen in real world. Just to 2x your money in real world, be it the best stock on an average, the best mutual fund on an average, it takes a few years, 5 years, 6 years, 7 years, 8 years. It does not happen overnight. It happens in crypto that coins go 5x, 10x, 15x. And that is why when they move so rapidly, they also dip so rapidly. So right after selling here, if you can see from the top here, XVS is down by 47% right now. And I'm still not going to buy it. Why? Because it's not in my buying zone right now. I'll probably buy it when it's close, when it starts coming to at least 66, and on a more conservative level when it comes to 58, like below 60. That is when I probably start buying it in parts. Still not going to buy it completely. Okay, and I'm okay waiting 1 month to buy the next 20% or 2 months to buy the next 20%. Even if it pumps, I will be happy. I am in no hurry to multiply my money. I'm in no hurry to get 10x, because you have to understand, okay, uh, how many times 2 for 1024. So let's see this. Okay, uh, actually, no, I want to see that table. Yeah, power of 2. Oh, yeah, this is called power of 2. Okay, so where n is an integer. So if you see, this is how it starts. Okay, 1 2 4 8 16 32 64 128 256 512 1024. I just need to stay in crypto for 10 years to get 1000x on my money. I can never do it in any other asset class. I cannot do in real estate, I cannot do in mutual funds, I cannot do in stocks, irrespective of how good of an investor I am. Like, extremely difficult, extremely difficult. If I can stay just invested for 5 years and I can 2x my money every single year, I'll still have, like, if I deposit $100, I'll still walk away with $3,200. But the problem is that everyone wants to get rich yesterday. There is no patience, and I say it with PAY. This is how I lost 95% of my money at one go in crypto, because I got 3.2, 3.3x in just 2 months. I got greedy, I did not sell a single dime. And then it went all the way down to 5%, 8% of the capital. Sorry, 10% of the capital, 5% of the potential gain. From that 10%, like if I had $100, it went to $10. I had to 10x my money in this bull run just to overcome my loss, which I had faced in January of 2018, like started facing in January of 2018. So it took me, like, I stayed invested for 3 years, and in just last 6 months, my loss was completely recouped. And trust me, it was extremely difficult. Like, at least 100 times, my friend and my business partner, my parents, everyone told me that, dude, cash out the remaining money. Like, jitna bhi bacha utna nikal le. But I knew that crypto has that crazy thing that if you go into one 4 year cycle the right way, you can end up coming with 50, 100x. It's not impossible. I started taking it seriously again in August, September last year. October again, I started seeing a little bit of gain. From that point till right now, I am mota mota 24x. So this is the power of crypto. There is no other asset class that can help you get this. I hope this makes sense. I hope this is how you're going to utilize the strategy. I have not talked about any complex charts or anything like that, because that's not my nature. And I'm not going to promise you that you're going to get the same results like I did, because I have literally spent years in different markets. But I do hope that you can utilize some of this information before making your next buy. And let me know if you get any success out of it. I would be more than happy. And I'm going to see you in the next video. Take care. Bye.